Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Filling Your Cup. I'm your host, David.
I'm your other host, Calvin. What's up?
And today we have a question from a subscriber that we're going to go over. Should you buy or lease a car? And no further ado, let's drive right into it.
All right. I'm going to take the wheel from you right now. So, two scenarios right now that we're going to talk about: buying, financing, or leasing the car. And the car we chose is the Toyota Camry 2020. It's a car that, modestly priced and everyone can relate to. So, the purchase price after your negotiations from the car dealership is $18,000. Down payment is $2,000. And financing rate is the 3.5%, similar to lease lease interest rates 3.5% as well. So numbers are pretty same for the term of 36 months. So here's where it gets interesting. Monthly payment for finance is $469 per month for the 36 months, and the leasing is $152.21 for the 36 months. And for the sake of simplicity, we're going to assume that the residual car value after 36 months is $12,000 for both cars. Okay, and let's crunch those numbers, David.
All right. So, in the first, there's going to be two scenarios. One scenario where we keep the car, and then the second scenario where we give back the car. So, in the keep scenario, for your finance, down payment is $2,000, $469 a month, 36 months. You would have paid $16,884 for a grand total cost of $18,884. That's how much money you have basically spent on this car by financing. In your second scenario, when you're leasing the car, same down payment, $2,000 at a $152.21 per month for 36 months for a grand total of $5,479.56. So that means after your 3 years are up, you have paid roughly $7,479.56 to lease this car. So and when you lease this up, you can say, hey, I'm done with this car. I want to get a new car. But that's in the next scenario. I'm jumping the gun here. So after the lease, right, you're like, yo, this is a nice car, bro. I've bonded with this car. I want to keep this car. No problem. Easy, right? You just gotta pay whatever the residual value is of the car. So in this case, it's $12,000. So for your total cost of leasing and owning this car, it's $19,479.56. So if you compare the two numbers, fairly similar, but you are paying a little bit more by leasing the car and then buying it. So next scenario, what if you want to give back the car, sell back the car? You don't want the car. So in the financing scenario, you have paid $18,884. The residual value is $12,000. That's how much you can expect to get back. So that means if you sell that car back, you would have paid $6,884 for the total operation cost for financing it for 3 years. But if you were to lease the car, you would already have paid the $2,000 down payment. You would have paid the 36 monthly payment of $5,479.56, and then that's it. You're done. Nothing else to worry about. So for grand total, you pay $7,479.56. The one caveat is, like, usually when people finance a car, they don't sell it back right after 3 years. That's kind of like a buy and hold scenario. So it's kind of like in this scenario, like more likely or not, people are just on the lease, they'll sell back the car, but not really, for a finance point of view. But either way, you are paying more when you lease in this scenario. So when you're buying to keep or you're buying to give back, both scenario, leasing will cost you more money. I just want to highlight that, okay? But of course, man, there are, there's the reason why you would want to lease a car or finance a car, and Calvin will teach us the lifestyle piece of this whole equation. Boom.
Yeah. So, depending what kind of person you are, what kind of lifestyle you want to live, buying versus leasing may, you know, be more in favoring depending on your lifestyle of choice. So if you want to own a new car every 3 years, if you want to breathe in that new car smell and drive down the club with a brand new whip every 3 years, leasing may be the option for you, you know? Not that clubs are open right now, but hypothetically speaking,
Right.
um, if you don't, you don't want to worry about maintenance, because leasing the car, car dealerships would want the car in the best condition as possible when you return it. They would, you know, provide for the maintenance, like oil changes, things like that. For the most part, that doesn't mean that you could, you know, drive into a ditch and neglect the car, but for the day-to-day maintenance stuff, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about that. It's a lower monthly payment. You know, that's the first slide that we that you saw. $150 versus 400 something dollars. It's not a, you know, it's a huge chunk of raw change that you could save if you're tight on cash. Um, but you know, leasing a car does have its restrictions, right? For example, you're limited to 15,000 miles per year driving, because again, the dealership wants the car, you know, in as low as miles as possible, so they can make more money and do another transaction and resell the car. So you can't drive it, you know, halfway around the world and back. So that's when buying the car makes more sense because you are not restricted to your, you know, long road trips, you know, your long daily commutes, uh, and things like that. So also, you could, when you buy it, it's yours. You know, you could own, you do whatever you want with the car. You could modify it. You could change the rims. You could, you know, it's your car. Make it yours,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a cheaper cost to own in the long run too, versus the 3 years that you paid for. Any words to that, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to lifestyle. Like, if you are the ones who don't like driving the same car over and over again, definitely leasing is like the the option for you. Um, if you do it, if you crunch the math, actually it's cheaper if you finance a car and then sell it, and you actually get back more money. But then that's just a lot of work you have to really manage. You have to like really keep the car in a really good shape. You have to just really be like mindful of like just managing the car really well. And you can't really and there's like a lot of headache having to like find a seller, especially these days. Like try to sell on Craigslist and stuff. Like this is not really it's not a hard transaction, but it's a cumbersome transaction. I don't want to deal with anyone right now. I don't want to talk to anyone right now. They might have COVID, so I don't want to transact right now. So if you don't want to worry about all that nonsense, then leasing it, you just give it back to the dealer after your 3 month period, 3 year period, and then you just get a new car. If that's your if that's your flavor, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, at the end of the day, the numbers are close. The numbers are really close. It just comes down to whether you want a new car every 3 years or not. That's just really what it comes down to, because you always have a choice of leasing and then buying the car. So that might be a really good option for maybe not the first time car owner, because your first car should be a beater car. It should be like your car your grandpa left you from 1945, bro. Okay, maybe not that old, but maybe from the 1990s or something. You know, like a 1990 Camry. Those, because Camrys drive forever. They don't break. That's a plug for Camry. You know, sponsor us. But yeah, so that's all really I have to say about this topic. Calvin and I both we own cars. I don't think we had have any experience in leasing it, but you know, down the road, I might want to lease a nice Tesla for 3 years and then see how that goes. So Calvin, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, no, yeah. Personally, I've been owning cars, just so we could save money. And keep in mind, this is examples. It's an $18,000 car. You know, there are cars that number or that difference should be bigger. The more expensive the car is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so the savings could be bigger.
Saving to bigger. So thanks for please like, comment, and subscribe like always. And catch us in the next one. Peace.
Peace.